Hi, it's Corey with Gant Property Inspections. Just finishing up this home inspection and walkthrough, and just wanted to do a couple quick videos for you. We'll do an outside one and an inside one. So what I want to do, flip this around and just take a look at the house. Since you can't be here, your son was here and we've had a great walkthrough and answers a bunch of questions. But I still like to do a video for you, and so we could kind of look at things. Not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I just want you to hear what I have to say, and you might bring up some more questions for you that you can ask me later. Okay, so yeah, it's a nice house. Nice updates, even though the house isn't that old. The nice updates. For the most part, the siding and trim has been taken care of. The paint is in pretty good condition. There's a couple touch-ups that I'd like to see in the caulking and paint. But let's start at the top. The roof is an older roof, and it will need replaced in the next few years. Also has some moss on the back side or the north side. So want you to take care of that, and also talking about having a roofer come out and give a more detailed professional view on how soon they would think it needs to be replaced. And so Co is working on that. There's a few places you'll notice in the report where caulking needs to be updated. There's cracks in the caulking, and our wet winters, we don't want moisture getting in behind our siding or our trim. Causes rot. First causes what I call moisture damage, but then it also can turn to rot. Here above this piece of trim, look close, there's some nail holes. I call those over penetration. It's natural, it happens when you're building houses, but those should have been caulked, and so moisture doesn't get in around those nails. You can see a little bit of swelling along the bottom edge of that trim, and I just was up there and feeling it, and there is a bit of delamination. I don't think it's rot. So two options: one to just seal up all those nails and paint all the cracks and that, and it should make it last for a good many years, but it's still not going to go away, that swelling. The other option is actually take a strip out of that siding all along there and replace it, usually with a piece of trim, and then paint the bottom edge that gets cut. So those are the two options. Like I said, I just call it delamination, not quite rot yet, so it could be sealed up and, like I said, last a good many years. The rest of the siding looks pretty good. Actually, on the other side of the garage, there's a little piece of trim that has some rot, and just a few caulking situations need to be buttoned up, sealed up. Dryer vent here, and bathroom, first floor bathroom vent there. Sewer clean out. I did send my sewer scope camera down that. I'll look at it later and see how it looked, but I don't think there's going to be any trouble. I went out a good, I think about 160 feet, but we'll see. On the roof, like I said, it's a little bit older, and there's a limited amount of ventilation. Those vents in the soffit and on the roof. I would like to see more ventilation added. That brings up another topic, that in the attic there's a little bit of what I call discoloration and possible mold or possible microbial growth on the north bottom edge of the inside of the roof. It's pretty common in our area, and it's not in our area, and it's not that bad yet. But I think added ventilation, and eventually when you get a newer roof, it's going to fix that, so it won't continue to spread. You can get it remediated, which means someone goes in there and cleans it and takes care of it. Right now it's not that bad, but it won't go away unless it gets cleaned up. Okay. House is in some places a little bit dirty. I recommend being washed down once a year. And then I talked about a little piece of rot, and that's this horizontal trim here. The way they did this, water sits on here and then can cause some rot. And just this little space here is the only place I found it. But the caulking, again, should be sealed up, so that doesn't, no more of that happens. You can just replace a section of the trim there. or maybe from a seam one direction or another. Pretty easy fix. Okay, I think that's it for now for the outside. I'm gonna go inside and we can talk about a few things in there.